Hello, Tsvetana. I hope I'm saying your name right. Tsvetana. Yeah, I think I am. If not, I'm so sorry. So let's go ahead and get that reading about that man that you are wanting to know more about, right? Okay. So let's see. Let's start with his energy, then yours, and then we're gonna keep from there. So this is his energy. We have either a Leo or someone that is putting up obstacles. Also could be someone that is just trying to be strong. Okay, here also we have in separation, the Two of Cups in reverse. He's putting up a wall. Okay, with your energy, we have that you are getting free, and mentally at least, even though it's not easy, right? You're not completely trapped anymore as if you were. So maybe you're thinking less and less about him, or at least you were starting to consider your freedom, or that that there is a need to move on, and there is definitely a little bit of spirituality that is helping you in giving your back to the situation. So that doesn't mean that you forgot about him, that doesn't mean that you don't think. It's just that during those moments, you are not trapped. You don't have this blindfold and this chain. When you are either meditating or when you are doing something that has some spiritual value for you, right? It can even just be like talking aloud to Cashew, because now he has a spiritual connection with you. But it can also be those few minutes when you pray, if you do so, when you read a book that is spiritual or that you just immerse yourself with. And again, he's trying to be strong with this and trying and being strong, but again, he's giving his back to the connection. He's giving his back even to the lack of connection, to the both things, right? So again, as I said, it's a wall. And goodness, excuse me, my throat is not very clear. I wouldn't surprise if this person is silent right now and not trying to say anything, and maybe just kind of like growl and not truly say anything else. So with that being the energy, let's see what are the actions that your person is most likely to take, will take, thinking about, and so on. So let's see action. And of course it will be related to you and the connection. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's interesting. Now let's see your actions coming forward. Of course you most likely know your actions, but still, that will indicate if I am indeed getting into the energy of this. So with your energy and your actions, it shows that you are looking to renew your spark, to renew your inspiration, to renew your passion. And this could be renew with this person or with someone completely different, but still it's like you want that fire to be on again inside you, and you don't want to feel empty. You don't want to feel cold, right? Like the candle just stopped burning and there's nothing else. You want to regain this. You're focusing on that. And your actions are going to be, of course, inspired by this goal. And if that means talking with him again or stop talking, whatever that means for you, it is. But we have that it's just so overwhelming because you have too many options, right? You have to choose in between those options. So one of the actions is first contemplate the options, then choose it, and then take steps and actions toward that, whatever that you choose. But again, there's so many, it's overwhelming. So even if you want to take action, is going to be slow because again, even your first step is just to contemplate all those things. And you know that you can't take all of them. So you are going to have to defend yourself. And not only against what it happened with this, or if, the heartbreak that happened before, but more than anything, in defending yourself is also that you will have to cut some of these options. There is no way you can choose all those paths that you have in front of you. Sometimes one or two paths might be hand in hand. Like, I don't know, just let me just say an example. Like, let's say that you want to move and you want to change your job. Then of course you can do both of you. In fact, it will be required. You can also move to another city, but if it is not too far away, you can keep your job. But there are a few things that you can choose, one or two things that are in resonance or that are able to cooperate with each other. But I mean, most of the time they will have to be either one or the other, and there are incomplete opposites, right? So with him, here we're having that he is really, really struggling with his emotions and with letting you see that. We have this in reverse, right? He doesn't feel home without you, but he also doesn't want to take any action because we have the King of Swords. So again, he wants to cut you out of his life. And he's not being able to because he's not being able to ignore it. He is forcing himself to, though, because we have someone that is suffering due to the spill milk. This is someone that is suffering and grieving because of loss, but that is forcing himself not to show that, and is trying to look for the good things, whatever it is, and is trying to show that, right? So he is, what's the proper name? He's bottling up all the emotions of loss and grieving. He did not, and that's why it seems so easy that he can just cut you out of his life, but it's really not. He just thinks that out of sight, out of mind, out of his heart, right? Corazón que no ve, corazón que no siente is translate to a heart that doesn't see is a heart that doesn't feel. That's a saying in Spanish again. So yeah, he's trying to cover what he sees. Excuse me again. He's trying to cover what he sees. He's also trying to cover what other people see, so they don't realize. But because he didn't truly allow himself to go into that grief, again, he blocked that. He wants to be strong, but by being so, he truly didn't experience all of that in completely. So it's just inside him, blocked, and it's affecting him, but he's not realizing that it is the grieving, right? Because he's completely sure that he blocked that. And that is part of his actions. He is trying to completely block that. I'm gonna get something in the middle. Let's see if there is any advice for you. We have hope, and says hope is always there even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. Yes, so yeah, definitely hope can give you again part of that spark that you've been missing, part of that passion for living, passion for doing, and by passion I also mean joy in not feeling defeated. When you feel that spark, is when you feel like you can start going again. Then we have manifestation. Be very honest and clear about what you want to manifest in your life. And in this case, it would be what you want to manifest in this connection. Now write it down on paper. Manifestation step 1. And yeah, if you read about the law of attraction, there are many processes and many exercises and what and so on, but one of the most popular ones is to write down what you want on paper. And not only they say that's a step 1 to manifest, but you're also manifesting in that exact moment, you're transforming what you're thinking into words and putting it into paper, and it's the first physical essence, physical proof of what you want. And then start getting momentum, and you can get it definitely can have a pull to manifest what you want. In fact, I have my own manifestation journals that I have my things here. I normally do it during a new moon, but any time is fine. And yeah, I have just there's some private things, so that's why I'm not showing everything. But yeah, I do my manifestation. Let me see if there's something that I can share with you. Um, there's just too many things, but yeah, you can totally do that. And that is simply a notebook that I do. But there's also little journals like this that you can get, and it has prompts. So this is more like an agenda, that I use for a lot of things. But yeah, you have all your dates and so on, and then let me see towards the end when there's nothing. You have your monthly goals, which, again, when you set your goals, you are starting to manifest them. But then it also has a space for the moon to tell you when is the new moon, when is the full moon, all the energies. So here you have your new moon intentions and your full moon illumination. So you also have space over this if you want something that reminds you every time to do it, which is, again, it has so many informations that, I don't know, just wanted to share it with you in case you find it useful. Okay, let's see. I know there's more to this, so any more clarity that I can give you. So let me grab another deck and see. But again, yeah, there's hope. So be optimistic if that is what you really want. If you don't want to let go of this anymore yet, or yeah, maybe it could even be anymore. Like you said, you were going to let go. I don't know, and then maybe you said, well, actually, I don't want to let go. That's completely fine. Let me see. This one. It's okay to change our minds, right? So let's see what else you need to know about this connection and this person. What a fallen, effortless. Okay. Yeah, once you start manifesting, once you have hope, it is usually effortlessly that things just come. It takes a little bit, but then it just falls into your lap. Yeah, there's something that you need to release, and it's definitely the grieving over this. Yeah, you need to release the solitude. Okay. So I know you're not going to be able to just say, oh, I don't want to be alone again. So it's not exactly the solitude that you have to release, but you have to release feeling lonely or feeling sad because you're lonely. I know that's going to be super hard because you just lost Cashew. So that's definitely not something easy, but at least, you know, one of the things that you can try to do is start looking for things to keep your mind occupied. Sometimes you don't even need to be 100% positive with the law of attraction and other things. You just need to not be pessimistic, right? And then little by little you can, because again, it's really hard. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's not easy to be optimistic after something so strong has happened, right? So we have the disconnection with this man that you care about. We also have the loss of Cashew. So just trying to be happy all of a sudden, or really struggling, like trying to find that joy, might not be possible, right? You have to allow yourself to be sad. But there's a difference between being sad and being pessimistic, right? You can be sad but optimistic and hopeful for the future. You can suffer your grieving, but again, without just allowing your mind or your ego to take everything that, everything down. At least have the little bit of hope. And because there is rebirth coming. And of course, because I'm waiting for the relationship, there is that chance of coming together again, of starting anew, that rebirth. And it could be next spring equinox, next spring, just because we have this, but it can just be the rebirth. It doesn't have to be exactly that time, but we can really see. And then we have the green man in synergy. So, as you manifest, as you write down what you want, as you start feeling less pessimistic and more hopeful, synergy in the universe is going to bring things together. Let me find. I don't have my timing ones, but let's do with tarot then and timing. What can Tsvetana expect to have this rebirth happening? When can she expect this? Oh, okay. I don't think this is timing. Well, Spirit is telling me whatever he wants or she wants or whatever it wants, but is pretty much telling me that that the rebirth is about this person, this man, because page usually represents a man, not always, but this certainly looks male. Is coming back with an offer that it has to do with emotions, with romance, and with feelings, right? And before we saw that all the cups were upside down, as if to, let me see, we have this that kind of resembles a cup. It's like, so when cups are upside down, it's like they are pouring the water, pouring everything. So sometimes it's love, sometimes it's crying, but sometimes it's just like trying to hide, right? See how you cannot see its contents when it's upside down, but when is size up, then you can see what is inside, right? So this page is going to bring information. Pages are also messengers. So even if this person is older than you or younger, I don't think right now is that what is representing, but it's representing the message that is going to come about moving forward, again, because we have the Chariot. So I really expect that this person is going to communicate with you. The Chariot is usually Gemini energy. Was he Gemini? Maybe you're Gemini. Anyway, oh, okay. 3 of Wands. Okay, now we have timing. And we also have that, right now there is very little that you can do outside of looking for release and to try to be effortless and so on, because we have someone that is waiting for the boat to arrive. So I wouldn't take the first step to communicate if I were you, because it seems that if you wait, this person is going to communicate, not only because of this card that we have, but also because of this one, right? So we have you waiting, and we have this person moving forward and bringing a message. And about timing is going to be around 3 weeks. It could be 3 days, but I really doubt it. It's more like 3 weeks. But just because once tends to be really, really fast, you can expect something in that time frame. A minimum of 3 days, a maximum of 3 weeks for this person to give you a message. And it can be given in person, it can be given through text message, through a phone call, through even Snapchat, if that is the way you guys communicated before. Whatever it is that he finds is best. Maybe he wants to be a little bit more informal, so he doesn't call you and it's just a text. Or who knows, maybe he just sends you a meme, a joke, something like that to break the ice and get started, to try to see if he's not rejected, like very, very little, just kind of like poking at you and trying to, maybe even trying to pretend to be effortless, right? Trying to play it cool. So that's something that you can expect. If you're not ready to let go of this connection, definitely at least try to remain positive and hopeful, so that you don't block the energy, right? Because even if if this person comes no matter what, let's say that they come with a message, but if you are pessimistic, you might receive this message in a different way, right? When it is said that we create our own reality, it's not always that we conjure and attract exactly what is going to happen. Sometimes it's just that the way we are, our thoughts, and the state, or mood, make us receive the same message in a different way. So if you are already in a cloud of pessimism, you might receive it differently. Maybe you might be, again, it's just an example, but let's say that someone is in a bad mood and then they go driving and someone gets in the way. They might get way more anger. Or if someone is late, right, and someone gets in front of them when they're trying to rush to go to work or to go whatever they have to be, is different than where you have all the time and you're just cruising and someone gets in your way and it's like, oh, okay, and it's the same event, it's the same action, but under different circumstances and also under a different mood that is, affecting us. Because our mood not only affects us mentally, but also physically, because the moods release chemicals, release cortisol or dopamine or oxytocin, whatever it is, our mood. If we are fearful, then it's adrenaline, and depending of that also affects the way we react. So that's another reason why being optimistic and hopeful is give you more of an effortless way of receiving things. So it's going to be very beneficial for you by the time he comes. The mood that you receive this person in and the mood that this person receives you in as well has a lot to do on how things are going to play on forward. So yeah, I'm gonna get if there is any other advice for you about this connection, but I think that's it. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask away. Let me see which one. I don't know. I want to. Let me go ahead and get this. Okay, this is about the divine feminine. I don't know why I really want to grab this. I don't use this a lot, but okay. It says, Sarala Kali, Queen of the Outsiders. I have arrived. I am here. Oh no, I am where I will always be, in love. So yeah, definitely love is coming your way. It is most likely that it is because of this connection, because I'm reading about this particular man, but it can be from anywhere. And also, you have to love yourself, as people say that if you love yourself, you can love others. But be it love from yourself, be it love from this man, or actually both, even better, love is coming your way. And then we have the cosmic egg, or the divine feminine. I hold the universe within me. I am the force of an ever-expanding love. So again, look, both of them talk about love that is coming your way. So the divine mother and the divine father, the universe, whatever source energy, whatever name you are or label you're comfortable with, is sending you lots of love. And it's most likely just the regular universal love that is always sending us, but also coming from this person, because we are doing a reading specifically about this person. Is there anything else? Let's see. I'm gonna take it only if one of them jumps, because goodness, I said one and it decided to. I'm gonna take this first one then. Oh goodness, the goddess of the never not broken. Everything happens for my liberation. I choose to become only more love. So yeah, here is pretty much like, besides you feeling broken, besides maybe something actually being broken, maybe the relationship was broken, there's thing that it will come, and this was meant to happen. Apparently, could be a lesson, could be just something that either you had to learn, he had to learn, both of you. But whatever it is, this this brokenness, this thing that broke. Could even be the relationship that broke, the connection that broke. If you choose to be in love with life, in love with the universe, and just like only accept love coming your way, you can make it an intention. From now on, I only attract love to my life, and that's what it will come, right? So there you go. I really hope that the reading was clarifying and it was helpful. Let me know again if you have any questions at all, and I send you a big hug from my soul to yours. Bye.